Square Enix and Crystal Dynamics finally unveiled the first trailer for Marvel's Avengers at the E3 2019 press conference. The trailer, which featured plenty of familiar faces and set pieces, was a lot to take in at first glance. That's why we're digging into our first taste of the upcoming superhero spectacular. Though Marvel's Avengers sets out to tell an all-new story with its characters, the roster of the Avengers in this new game should be very familiar to fans of the film series. In fact, the lineup here, consisting of Iron Man, Captain America, the Hulk, Black Widow, and Thor, is nearly identical to the one seen in the 2012 film, minus Clint Barton, aka Hawkeye. Poor Clint, always getting the short end of the arrow.
Damn! Today's just not my day, guys.
Hawkeye.
While there are likely some fans that are a little disappointed to see Hawkeye being left out of the action, this game's embrace of the larger mythology of the comics likely means that an appearance from everyone's favorite archer isn't out of the question. It's a smart move on Crystal Dynamics' part to build a core team out of instantly recognizable heroes. Even if the game isn't based in the film universe, it's a great way to appeal to the wider audience of folks who came to know these characters from their blockbuster counterparts. When the trailer begins, we see that the Avengers in this universe have essentially become beloved celebrities. The jovial mood lasts for about 2 seconds before the skull-masked Taskmaster, a relatively obscure Marvel villain who's somehow wound up in 2 Marvel games, comes around to muck everything up. The masked maniac distracts the Avengers long enough for his men to overload the helicarrier's engine, effectively destroying it with Captain America inside, and leveling a sizable chunk of San Francisco in the process. This event would go on to become known as A-Day, and its repercussions would lead to the apparent disbanding of the Avengers. Dark days are ahead, boys and girls.
Do the Avengers pose a danger to society? That was the question, Bruce. That was the question.
In a clip shown during the game's world premiere presentation, Dr. Banner refers to the crystallized engine overloaded by Taskmaster's men as a Terrigen reactor.
The Terrigen reactor was unstable, and you knew that, and you still paraded it before the entire world.
While that sounds like some throwaway technobabble, Terrigen crystals actually have a lengthy history in Marvel Comics lore. In the Marvel Universe, Terrigen crystals are used to produce the Terrigen Mist, which has the ability to awaken latent superhuman abilities in some people. The Terrigen crystals are most commonly associated with the genetically altered Inhumans, which suggests that they may have a part to play in the story of Marvel's Avengers. Aside from Taskmaster and his cronies, there are a few other villains that pop up in the trailer. At one point, a Black Widow is seen fighting some kind of giant robot or android. While the design is very different, this may be the game's version of the Super Adaptoid, a classic Avengers enemy which was an android created by the evil organization known as Advanced Idea Mechanics, for the express purpose of annihilating the Avengers. Another, more familiar enemy is seen going toe-to-toe with Hulk. This giant monstrosity appears to be none other than Emil Blonsky, also known as the Abomination, an evil counterpart to the more benevolent Hulk. The Abomination has been a thorn in the Hulk's side for years, even making the leap to the big screen in 2008's The Incredible Hulk.
So, here we are. Avengers assembled. Who are you people again?
Like the MCU itself, the team behind the Avengers video game has assembled a star-studded cast. But instead of tapping into the Hollywood elite, they've snagged some of the video game and animation industry's top voice talents to bring the heroes of the Marvel Universe to life. Believe it or not, some of them even have experience playing superheroes. Travis Willingham and Laura Bailey have voiced Thor and Black Widow respectively in previous projects, including the animated series Avengers Assemble. Troy Baker was also a main cast member in that series, voicing Hawkeye. In this game, Baker is taking on the reserved role of Bruce Banner, as well as his more raucous counterpart, the Hulk. Though Nolan North voices Iron Man in this Avengers game, he may sound most familiar to Marvel fans for his manic and hilarious performance as Deadpool in several cartoons and video games.
Let me remind you that my website got 15 million hits the weekend we announced.
1 million 1? 1 million 2?
Rounding out the cast is veteran voice actor Jeff Shine as Captain America, though it has yet to be revealed if his role will extend beyond the fiery opening of the game. With these being the only confirmed voice actors so far, the game already has quite a bit going for it. It will be exciting to see how many other highly regarded performers are attached to this project. Perhaps most importantly, we finally know when to expect this long-awaited game. Marvel's Avengers will be arriving to save the day on May 15th, 2020. Piggybacking off of the release date reveal, Crystal Dynamics explained a bit more of what gamers could expect when the game launches. For PlayStation 4 owners, an early access beta for the game will be arriving sometime in early 2020. In addition to that news, Crystal Dynamics assured gamers that Marvel's Avengers will not feature any loot boxes or pay-to-win mechanics. In addition to the core roster of the Avengers that we've already seen in this trailer, new heroes heroes and maps will be rolling out over time as free downloadable content. So basically, A Day is just the beginning. There's gonna be a whole lot of world saving to be done when Marvel's Avengers launches in 2020.
Looks like they're lining up. Well, they're excited.
Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more SVG videos about your favorite games are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.